Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we begin this video, I want to say thank you for the support that you guys have given me, and if you're yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, please do so before we continue. Now, this is part 2 of my series, The Art of Full Course Meals, How to Become the Host with the Most. If you've not watched the first part of it, kindly go back and do so. In that video, I have shared some useful tips that you need to consider before you make a full course meal, and you do not want to miss out on that. Now, without further ado, let's hop right into this video where I will be sharing some of my favorite tips that help me every time I cook. I am going to begin with the most underrated tip, and if I have to go to the TV and share this tip, I will. Kwa sababu mbona unakula nyama ngumu when bicarbonate of soda or baking soda exists? So this is how to do it. You cut up your meat into pieces, whether it's beef or it's chicken, whichever it is, and then you put the meat in water. You ensure that the water slightly covers the meat, and then you put like a teaspoon or 2 of bicarbonate of soda depending on the size of the meat, and then you let it sit for like 15 minutes. Now, here's the thing. Bicarbonate of soda has a flavor of its own. If you do not want to taste that in your meat, after those 15 minutes, kindly make sure that you rinse your meat several times to take off all the bicarbonate of soda. Mimi sitaki makesi, sitaki tukosane. Also, do not let it sit more than 15 minutes because now your meat will become mush, and we don't want that. This second tip is for you if your food is always salty. As in, hello Kenyan men, mnanisikiza mkiwa wapi? Anyway, now, if you're going to use ingredients like a seasoning cube, like soy sauce, kindly always remember that these spices are already salted. So it's best that you even don't add any salt in your food. You use them first, and then you taste your food after you've added them. If the salt is still not enough, add little by little. It is better for food not to have salt. But you see, when the salt is too much, there's never going back. The third tip is for you if you're always scared of baking or are using a new oven or an oven that you're not familiar with. You do not want to burn your cake, you do not want to burn your chicken wings. So this is what you do. I like to call this my safe temperature. I bake whatever it is that I'm baking at 200 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. and then I check and I put it back and I repeat that until it's done. You can never go wrong with this. I repeat, you can never go wrong with this. I don't know for how many recipes it can work, but if you think whatever you're preparing it can work for whatever you're preparing, then go for it. For my fourth tip, I was so glad the day that I discovered it. I don't know if it's just me or it's all of us, but sometimes when you make something like beef stew, you find that the tomatoes that you used have some sour taste to them, and so they make your stew sour. It can also apply for your lentil soup, your ndengu, whatever. So what I usually do, I offset the sour taste with either sugar, honey, carrots, or the red and yellow bell peppers, because those things usually have some sugar in them and it helps. My fifth tip is not really a tip, in our one. There are these two pretty fruits, raspberries and strawberries. I like to call them beauty without brains. Kwa sababu, tell me why they look so pretty, but more often than not, they will be sour. So every time you go to the supermarket, to the market, and you try and buy them, please always have that at the back of your mind, that you're risking buying a sour fruit. If you're willing to take the risk, go ahead. Kama I've been buying them from the wrong places, kindly comment below and let me know what you experience with these fruits. The sixth tip is for when you want to make your stews thicker. You scoop a tablespoonful of cornstarch and you mix it with a bit of water and then add it into your stew. You let it boil down and you realize that your soup actually gets thicker. Okay, I am tired of counting. This next tip is for when you want to avoid burning your vegetables. Simply cut them up and blanch them. You can let them sit in the boiling water for at most 3 minutes and they'll be half ready. This last tip is the most important. For the best results whenever you cook, please be in a good mood and thank me later. So that's it for this video. Stay tuned for part 3 where you get to see how my guests reacted after tasting the food. Bye for now and thank you for watching. See you next time.